Z Business Plus makes managing fuel easy. It's fee-free with choice benefits like 8 cents off every litre, every day, everywhere you need us. Sign up today for the 2022 CanStar Blue Best Small Business Fuel Card. Z is for New Zealand. T's and C's apply.
Big fight this morning. Well, kind of a big fight. It was Tyson Fury against Derek Chisora. It's the third time they've fought. And it was a Tyson Fury TKO, which was the end result. It kind of went on longer than it should have. Chisora was not really at the races. To provide some deeper analysis than that is Chris Reive from the New Zealand Herald. Afternoon, Chris. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, very well indeed. You watched that fight this morning. What did we exactly learn from Tyson Fury, Derek Chisora 3?
Good question. I think the only thing you can really say in terms of what we learned from it is Tyson Fury can sell anything. Pretty good crowd out there to watch a fight that, no one really thought was going to be that competitive and ultimately wasn't competitive at all.
Yeah, I don't know a great deal about boxing. You do. It just seemed like Tyson Fury controlled the fight from basically minute one through to the end. Chisora had a couple of wee moments, but it was really... It felt like we were waiting for a TKO or a proper KO. It didn't quite come to KO, but just felt like we were waiting around for the fight to end. Is that a fair assumption, or is that being me being slightly mean?
No, that's pretty accurate. No one really asked for this fight. I guess they just put it on to keep Tyson Fury busy while they were trying to deal with the whole Alexander Usyk unification fight. Tyson wanted to stay busy. He wanted the trilogy against Derek Chisora, who he's beaten twice. And yeah, like you said, it was all Fury all the time. Chisora maybe landed a couple of decent shots, but he really couldn't get inside close enough to unload his power. Tyson Fury had such a big reach advantage, and he knows how to use that. He knows how to use his physicality, and he had Chisora hurt within 3 rounds. And at that point, it was kind of like, okay, we've probably seen enough here, but He never actually got a knockdown. Chisora just kept coming forward and lasting and being saved by the bell.
Yeah, and eventually the referee decided to intervene when he basically saw enough and decided to wave it off. As you mentioned, Tyson Fury can clearly sell ice to Eskimos. He's that good, because that was a pretty inconsequential fight, yet it was Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, completely sold out from what I could see. The British public love this guy. So that clearly is another tick in the box for Tyson Fury, is that, people still want to see him fight. Maybe not the fight people want to see, but they want to see him fight.
Absolutely. He's a real showman. They make a really big event of it. Of course, the UK public love a little bit of Sweet Caroline, and that's always pumping, gets the crowd going. And Tyson's walkouts, I guess they're one of those things that, you probably want to see one of those live. If you've got the opportunity, he's probably one of those athletes that you're going to look back on and say, I saw him fight live.
What was it he came out to? It's Coming Home, the football anthem in the UK, then transitioned to Mr. Brightside. It was quite the entrance, and he's definitely a showman, and we saw that sort of after the fight as well, didn't we? As soon as the fight was done, we saw all sorts of classic Tyson Fury, I want to say theatrics or lines that he sort of gave post-fight. What was your take on that?
That was about what I expected. I think we all assumed Alexander Usyk was going to be in the crowd. I saw a few people on social media say they sat through the 45-minute fight specifically to see what happened afterwards. Usyk isn't a big trash talker, so he kind of just stood there grinning and took it while Tyson Fury verbally unloaded on him. And then Joe Joyce comes in as well and just like, hey, don't forget about me, guys. If you can't make this fight happen, I want to have a turn. So it was a little bit of fun.
It was something like something out of Royal Rumble or like WWE. It was just like, oh, there's another character that's appeared there. What chance do you give this Alexander Usyk Tyson Fury fight happening? Because it's the one that boxing fans, boxing punters want to see. But is there actually a chance of it happening?
I like to take an optimistic approach because I want to see this fight happen so much, and I'm the same as everyone else. I think it's a fight that really needs to happen. It's not very often you get an opportunity to unify every major heavyweight bout, and I think that's something both these fighters will want on their records. There's not a whole lot for them left to do. and this would be a huge moneymaker for both of them. Whether it happens or not, I suppose we'll see. I guess purse will be a big sticking point moving forward.
Yeah, it will be. And I guess finally, Chris, is having it in the UK probably a bit of a turn off for Usyk? Would they want it on neutral territory? I mean, Saudi Arabia has been mentioned, I think. They could always go to Vegas or New York or somewhere like that, I suppose. If it's going to be, do you think it would be in the UK, or would they look to move it elsewhere?
I think they'll just go where the money is. It's one of those sports, right? At that level, you go where the money is. I think Usyk would probably like it outside of the UK, but I don't think it'll matter too much in the end.
Yeah. Chris Reive out of the New Zealand Herald, boxing UFC reporter, joining us on the program. Thank you very much for your time. Yeah, it was not a great fight, to be honest with you. Trilogies, the third part of the trilogy is never that good. The Godfather 3, not that great. Back to the Future 3, not that great. First two clearly much better. Same with The Godfather. Just never go a third one. Never go a third one.
The Football World Cup's the biggest sporting event in the world, and you can keep up with the play with me, Jason Pine, and my good mate and former All-White David Choate on Football Fever. Listen daily throughout the World Cup as we bring you all the action from Qatar. Choate and I love football. We can't wait for the World Cup to get underway. So join us as we live through all the goals, all the drama, all the glory. Download Football Fever from iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.